Om Sahana Vavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Narayanah Paro Vyaktat Andam Avyakta Sambhavam Andasyantastvime Lokaha Saptadvipa Cha Medini. Verse number 14. Prashantatma Vigatadhihi Brahmachari Vrate Sthitaha Manas Sanyamya Machittaha Yukta Asita Matparaha. We saw this bhashya, most of it anyway. So, aham paro yasya matparaha. Aham is who? Bhagavan. So, here a small caveat, because when we say we have to have Bhagavan as the main occupation of the mind, doesn't mean that Bhagavan can be enclosed in the thought as an object. Not possible. Because anything that is enclosed as an object is what? Away from you or you? Away from you. This is a maxim. We know this. Anything that you can think of as an object, even today morning's class showed that, when you see the teacher gave a quiz. Yeah, see, not just me. I learned from them only, yes. So we learned from them. Ancient teachers also gave a quiz. And what did he ask? Is there Brahman? Do you know Brahman? Yes, yes, very well, one student says. Another one says, oh, maybe the right answer is, I don't know Brahman at all. Yes, we can see that from your face. Sit down. That you don't know Brahman. I know Brahman very well. You are wrong. Your understanding is Daharam, Alpam, and there is also a Patha Bheda. Dabhram evapi nunam tvam vetha brahmano rupam. Dabhram means, it's like, when you sweep, you get these little, they are called dust bunnies. Yeah. So your knowledge is as good as that. As good as the sweep up, mop up, spit up. And so, like this, there is the orientation, a very strong orientation even after doing Shravanam and in meditation also, in Nididhyasanam also, to regard these words. What is that? Matchittaha, Madgata Pranaha. Elsewhere also the same words come. And then Tushyanti, Ramante cha, somewhere it comes. And so like this, Madchittaha, here Madchittaha means I alone am completely, the person is just completely, we can't even say thinking about me. Is obsessed, is mad, in the sense that the mind is not full of Ishvara vritti, because Ishvara is not the object of a vritti, but the mind is what? In Ishvara, so to speak. How? And the example, we'll see more about that. How, we'll see a little later, but let's finish this particular bhashya, the example that Adi Shankara gives. Bhavati kaschit ragi Stri chittaha natu striyameva paratvena grinhati kim tarhi rajanam mahadevam va ayam tu Matchittaha matparaha cha. Yeah, so, and then So here gives an example. Bhavati kaschit ragi. What is ragi? Millet. What is ragi? Ragah asya asti iti ragin. And in the first case, what does it become? Ragi. All right. So ragi asti kasya. What is that? Kasyachit ragi. So there will, let's say, this is an example. So asti means astu bhavatu. Let there be. For the purposes of our example, bhavatu, instead of bhavati, we should take it as bhavatu. Let there be, may there be, kaschit ragi. Some person who is like a full of raga. Full of raga is there. And then what shall we call this fellow? Stri chittaha. Yeah. Stri chittaha, what does it mean? One particular stri, okay? It's not that whoever he sees, any stri he sees, it's like I am this chitta, that chitta, and then this one is also good looking, I am this one chitta, that one chitta. No. Okay? Stri chittaha means one particular woman he is mad after. Who? This our fellow. Okay? Our fellow that is given as an example here, he is totally mad after this person. And I told you the story of Tulasi Das yesterday. And so how crazy he was over his wife that he didn't even realize that he had swum in the stormy waters, flood waters, he has swum and come. He didn't even realize. He was so mad after her. And so like this, so let there be one person like this for an example. And then what does he do? He's talking of her all the time. All the time. Pujya Swamiji also used to give this example. And then of course Pujya Swamiji, the example is from Pujya Swamiji's time, and being from South India, he gave this three a name. Let's say her name is Meenakshi, a very traditional South Indian name. Okay? So what was he doing? Meenakshi, 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 everywhere. Here a Meenakshi, there a Meenakshi, everywhere Meenakshi, Meenakshi, Meenakshi. He was mad after Meenakshi. And then what? Somebody told him that instead of Meenakshi, he was from Madurai. So instead of Meenakshi, you replace your local Meenakshi with what? Goddess Meenakshi, and then you will be done. This will be your last life if your bhakti can be like that. So here the person is mad after this woman, but there is a difference, Adi Shankara says. Paratvena na grinhati yatha mahadevam. And we have to add grinhati. So, paratvena na grinhati. Paratvena means not aparatvena, not as someone else. Para means high, up. As someone who is the ultimate. So he will be thinking of the lover, but the lover is what? Not the ultimate, he is equal, not somebody above this fellow. Okay? And so the idea is that this madness over somebody or the other only works when it is directed to a higher power. Then only one becomes a bhakta. That's why it doesn't work with chocolate cake, chocolate cake, chocolate cake, chocolate cake. Nothing happens. See, I'm not one, I don't have any oneness, I don't have anything. Or you can say mango, 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 nothing happens. But if you say Ishvara, Ishvara, if you say Mahadeva, Mahadeva, Meenakshi, Meenakshi, Meenakshi the goddess, okay, not local Meenakshi, all right? Yeah. So if you say, and not local Mahadeva either. So if you say that, then if you are keeping on dwelling on that, this is not like converting Bhagavan as an object of your vritti, but being one whose mind is flooded with that, because there is, you can't even say it is a sajatiya vritti pravaha as we talked about in the meditation, like the same thoughts repeating themselves again and again. No, same thoughts are repeating themselves, but the thoughts are basically expressions of the feeling that is there within. And what is the feeling? The feeling is that of of devotee and the object of devotion. The mind is fixed on the object of devotion, just like the lover's mind is fixed on the object of love. But the difference here is that the lover, the Kashchit Ragi here means lover. The lover of this person is not considering this person above them, like one would a king or Bhagavan. So here that is the difference. So two differences here. If you are preoccupied with something, then what is the point? There is no point. If you are preoccupied with something, it is still an object and you are the subject. But if you are preoccupied with Bhagavan ultimately being non-separate from you, what does that change you into? It first changes you into a devotee, mad after the object of devotion, wanting to find that object of devotion, and then it takes you to knowledge. As a result of the Shraddha, Bhakti and the meditation, it takes you to that knowledge because now you are prepared. Do you see the difference? Say yes even if you don't want to. Yeah. So then next one. Atha idanim yoga phalam uchyate. This was also a phalam, but then another yoga phalam is going to be given. Yunjan evam sadatmanam yogi niyata manasaha shantim nirvana paramam mat samsthamadhigacchati yunjan yogi shantim mat samsthamadhigacchati. Yunjan eva. Yunjan. So here the phala goes back and forth. The first phala we saw in 14th is for who? Arurukshuhu or Arudhaha? Arurukshuhu. Arurukshuhu means the one who is wanting to be Arudha but is not, and so therefore is a Bhakta, and he is doing what? Dhyanam or Nididhyasanam? Dhyanam. And 15th verse is for the one who is Ajnani or close to Ajnani, has studied, and what is this person doing? Dhyanam or Nididhyasanam? Nididhyasanam. So the two different phalas for two different levels of people. One who is interested in the knowledge and but is trying to get the what is that called? Adhikaritvam, the qualifications. The other one has the qualifications and then is also in the process of or already has become jnani. So then evam yunjet. In this mind, evam yunjet sada. In this mind, always connected to oneself. Who is this person? Yogi. The yogi is connected to the Atma. Who is this Atma? Myself alone. And what is this Atma? Sadeva Atma, Sadatma. Not Sataha Atma. It is not the Atma of Sat. Because Atma of Sat, Atma of Chit, there is no such thing. Sadeva Atma, Sadatma. And then, so this Sadatma is the truth of oneself. And what should the yogi do? Evam yunjet. In this manner, through the words of the Shastra, etc., and by making the mind completely focused on the self, just like the Arurukshuhu in the last verse made the mind focused on God all the time. So here also the yogi focuses the mind on oneself. How? Because there is a adjective qualifying the yogi. What is the adjective? Niyata manasaha. So niyata manasaha means the one whose mind is trained. The one of trained mind. Niyata manasaha. And then what do they get? Such yogis get Shanti. Shanti. And here Shanti is defined as, in this particular verse, Shanti is defined as the outcome of not wanting anything. Do you want Shanti? What a sad response. Yeah. Should I even dare ask again? Do you want Shanti? Yes. Yeah, only person who should say no is Ramakrishnanji, because he already has her. So, other than that, everybody should say what? Yes. So, do you want Shanti? Then if you say yes, what do you do to get Shanti? Give up everything else. That's why some people said no. And some people said better to keep quiet, because each time I come to the 6th chapter Bhashya, I am told to give up one more thing. And so therefore what? Therefore I am just going to keep quiet and let my classmates answer. Okay? That will not do. Each one has to answer. Lots of questions will be asked. All right. So, so this is Shanti. Shanti means rising above all the longings, because the longings come from, what is that? The longings come from ajnanam. Now there is no ajnanam. So then you rise above the wants through, if any wants habitually remain. Habitual wants means I can't live without this, I can't do without this, I have to do this, I used to do this before, so I need to do this now. These kinds of thoughts, if they remain, what should we do? We should wear it out by nididhyasanam. So when the longing is not there, what is there in the heart is what? Shanti. That's what is there. If you want Shanti, you have to say bye-bye to the longings. No, I'm okay with Ashanti and longings. All right, no problem. Yes. Wait till the end of the chapter, then you will yourself come around. So then Shanti should be there. Shanti is there. Nirvana Paramam. So Nirvana Paramam. So this Paramam is qualifying Shanti, ultimate Shanti. So ultimate Shanti, because there are two kinds of Shantis. What is the first kind of Shanti? The Shanti that comes in between, after the fulfillment of one desire and before the rise of another desire. What is in between? Shanti. And when you sleep, what is there? Shanti. For the other person, because they don't have to deal with you. All right? So when you sleep, Shanti is there. In between two desires, what is there? Shanti is there. And then relatively your wants are satisfied, like a baby, like a small baby. It doesn't have a lot of desires. It has, but it doesn't know them yet. It has carried them from the previous life Sukshma Sharira, but because of the babyhood, the brain is not able to express all the desires, so it is just content with being burped, being, being fed milk, burped and changed. That's all it needs. Okay? And so then after the baby has been changed, fed, everything, then we know for 2 hours it's going to be completely in Shanti, no problem at all. After 2 hours, the lung power will come out, very big time. Big time lung power will come out. Okay, so therefore what we have to do, so we have to see that this is called apekshika Shanti. Apekshika Nityatvam. Apekshika Shanti means the Shanti that comes and goes. Ayaram, Gayaram, we say in Hindi. Shanti came, and by the time, as soon as I said Shanti, I just barely finished saying it, and some disturbance accompanied that. So this is the Shanti we all have before Vedanta. We look for this Shanti and we think that this Shanti, she is in the mountains. So therefore what? Let me go to the mountains. No, she is by the ocean. Let me go to the ocean. No, she is in Svatmavidyananda ashram Rishikesh. Let me go there. You know, it's like that, what is that? And then something, there is a saying, I'm not remembering it. And then there is something like that. Yatra tatra kritam papam kashyam viliyate. Means wherever any papa has been done, if you go to Kashi, it melts, it goes away. Because all the punya you get just by going to Varanasi. Alright. And so by going to Varanasi, all the papas go away. So like this kind of a Shanti is what? Is for the time being. So therefore one tries to get this Shanti by going to all kinds of pilgrimages. So when people start pilgrimages, you can be rest assured their Rahu is up somewhere, doing something it shouldn't be doing. Yeah. Ketu is there. Rahu is there means Ketu is also there. Ketu is 6 houses this side, that's all. 7 houses, they are opposed to one another. So if Rahu is in the first house, Ketu will be in the 7th house. Definitely you will come to the ashram because nobody will marry you. Alright. And so like this. And then so like this, there will be this Rahu is up, Ketu is up, and of course the Shani is also what? Up. And then it sends you helter skelter. That's when the thought of ashram, pilgrimage, I have to go to, Dakshina Kashi, Uttara Kashi, this Kashi, that Kashi, here, there, everywhere one goes. Why? Because there is a restlessness. And then the pervasive feeling is what? Shanti is elsewhere, away from me, and I have to go there and get her. I have to go there and catch her. The whole Ramayana is about Shanti. Because Sita is Shanti Swarupini. That is what it is. And Rama is playing the role of what? Jiva here. And then that is why she is kidnapped. She is kidnapped. And so the Jiva's Shanti is kidnapped from the Jivat. Imagine how restless one would be. This is the whole song. What is that song? Khelati mama hridaye Ramaha khelati mama hridaye. And then Shanti videha suta sahachari. This Shanti is Sita. Videha suta, Vaidehi, Sahacharini. And then Dahara Yodhya Nagara Vihari. Where is Ayodhya? Ayodhya means that which cannot be conquered. Where is that? Don't say, oh, where Ram Lalla is there, now we can go Ayodhya. No. This is inner Ayodhya. What is that part of you which can never be destroyed, never be conquered? Atma. Dahara kashe vartate. This is where it is right here in the space of the heart. Dahara also means space in the heart. Therefore, there is one Dahara Vidya, one meditation is there to focus on the heart. So, Dahara kashe vartate, Dahara Vidya. And then, so, what else do we have? So, then Dahara Yodhya Nagara Vihari Moha Maharnava Tarakakari. So, this ocean between India and Sri Lanka is what? Moha Maharnava, the ocean of great delusion. And then who could cross it? Who was the only person who could cross it? Hanumanji. Why? Bhakti. That bhakti is what is being discussed here. Because of the bhakti, it is a leap of faith. It's a quantum leap. In fact, Hanuman comes towards the end, going like this, ready to pounce, and then he stops. And then the elderly Jambavan has to tell him, you please don't worry, you just go. You are not jumping. Bhagavan is going to make you jump. Like this, gives him some pep talk, and then he jumps. And then who is Ravana that is got killed? Ragadvesha Mukhasura Mari. So this Rama is who? The one who kills the 1,000 heads, 10 heads of Ragadvesha. Even with one head we are so confused every day. What to do? Imagine having 10 heads, so much ego. This is what Ravana is. Think about it. In fact, we have to feel sorry for him when we think of him with 10 heads. And Ravana is no fool. Ravana also wanted what? Shanti. He took the Shanti with what is Ravana? Ragadvesha. Ragadvesha means lots of desires. And lots of desires, what do they do in this song? They abduct Shanti away from you. This is just beautiful. This song is amazing. Very lovely song. And then after Shanti is restored to Rama, to this Jiva, what will happen? Paramahamsa Samrajyodhari. So the person, who is this Rama? Now Rama is the Lord. Why? Sita has been given back. He has finished his role as a Jiva. He is ready to declare himself as Bhagavan and Sita as Bhagavati. Paramahamsa Samrajyodhari. Yes, he is a king. He is a king of a big kingdom, all right. What is the kingdom? Samrajya. Paramahamsa Samrajya. Being the Paramahamsa. Paramahamsa means the greatest of, exalted of who? Sannyasis. Paramahamsa. Hamsa sannyasis are dandi sannyasis. They hold the danda. Paramahamsa sannyasis say we don't need danda. We are going to let go of the stick even, and all the marks of the sannyasi also they leave. So Paramahamsas are those sannyasis who have taken sannyasa just aupacharikena, just for the sake of figuratively speaking they have sannyasa, but really no rules apply to them because of Atmajnanam. And so their kingdom is what? As big as the universe. Paramahamsa Samrajyodhari. What is their body? Satyajnananda Shariri. The whole body is not a body of wants anymore. It is a body of what? The body of Satchid Ananda. Satyajnananda Shariri. And who is that? Lord Rama. Where is that Lord Rama? Playing in my heart. Khelati. Because really, once we have this knowledge, you can't take yourself or others too seriously. It's all fun all the way, because it's as though. And so that is the Shanti here. So, Parama Shantihi. It is not this Shanti that comes and goes. It's not the Shanti in between two conflicts, two fights. Yesterday I fought with so and so. Today I am going to fight with so and so. But in between I have Shanti. No. It is the cessation of all strife and all striving. And what do we strive for? To gain objects we don't have, to keep at bay objects we don't want, to retain the objects that we have and want, and to put aside and to keep always, and to get rid of what we don't want. These 4 occupations comprise the entire gamut of human what? Activity. That's what it is. So Shantim, this Parama is not governing Nirvana. Parama is governing Shanti. That we have to remember. So Shantim Paramam. So then, where is this Shanti? Mat Samstham Shantim. That Shanti which you know, that is who? Is with me. And if you know yourself to be me, you are also with me. Shanti is with me, then who are you with? Shanti. Simple. Yeah, it's simple logic. Baby Tarka. All people are mortal. Socrates is a person, therefore Socrates is mortal. Okay, so simple logic. This Paramam Shanti, where will I find? It's with me. Me who? Ishvare. Parameshvare Vartate. And if you know yourself as, if you are an Arurukshu and you know yourself as I am with you all the time, then also you are close to that Shanti. And if you even better, because of knowledge, you know yourself as what? Non-separate from that Parameshvara, then you are non-separate from what? Shanti also you are non-separate from. It is amazing really. And then So Paramam Shanti, and then what is that? So Nirvana Paramam. Nirvana Paramam. Nirvana means moksha. That's why I say the Buddha must have studied this chapter and brought out the whole religion based on chapter 6. The word Nirvana also comes here. Very of great relevance to Buddhists. So Mat Samstham Adhigacchati. So Bhashya. Yunjan Samadhanam Kurvan Evam Yathoktena Vidhanena Sada Atmanam Yogi Niyatamanasah Niyatam Samyatam Manasam Manaha Yasya Saha Ayam Niyatamanasah. Yeah. So Yunjan means Samadhanam Kurvan, resolving. Resolving what? Subject, object. In this Nididhyasana, resolving doesn't mean you have to go into Nirvikalpa Samadhi, or you can if you want to, nothing to stop you from there. But here, since it's a chapter on knowledge, not on immersion and not on how to do Samadhi, so therefore what is implied here, it means something else. It means that the resolving is more cognitive, understanding myself to be non-separate from everything. Resolving cognitively the subject-object difference. Samadhanam kurvan. How? Yathoktena prakarena. Yathoktena vidhanena. Same thing. So, yathoktena prakarena, in the above mentioned manner. Yatha uktam tatha uktam anatikramya. Not crossing whatever has been said, keeping in mind whatever has been said. One resolves the objects into the subject and understands that the truth of the subject does not resolve into anything else. Niyatamanasah. So, evam sadatmanam. So, you can also take it as Adi Shankara took it, sada atmanam, meaning this is a practice that has to happen all the time. Or you can take it as sat atmanam. So, both ways you can take it. Sadatmanam yogi niyatamanasah. Niyatam means, so yam, to discipline. So, yam, niyam, and he uses the word samyam, same thing. Samyatam manaha yasya saha. Samyatam means nicely tamed. The mind, when it is meditating, does not suddenly think of something and go over there. Oh, I wonder what African continent is like. I'll never go. I don't know what it's like. Let me see what it might be like. And already the mind has gone to Timbuktu, okay, which is really a place I found out in Africa. And so therefore, therefore the mind has to be, first we do meditation by bringing the mind repeatedly, and once the mind is able to stay, it stays with one sentence of the Upanishad. And sometimes the mind is so clever, you think you are meditating. In fact, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Ishaya Namaha is coming out, but the mind is still in Timbuktu. When did you go there? It says, tricked you. Yeah, too bad. I'm better than you. I told you. I'm not going to let you meditate until you give me this, that or the other. And so therefore, it is a very tricky thing to discipline the mind. So, I am Niyatamanasah. What does the person do? What does the person get? Shantim uparatim. Uparatim means freedom from longing is uparati. Uparati is baby sannyasa. This is one of the qualifications for what? Yeah, for what? For studying Vedanta. Shamadama uparati. One of the sixfold qualifications. Uparati means letting go. This is what we can't do. You say, I can't let go. You tell me anything else I will do. Letting go, I can't do. Can you let go of not being able to let go? We should start there. This is what I tell. If you can't let go, you let go of what? Not letting go. You let go of not letting go. And so therefore what? So therefore here, then at some point you let go. Same thing, I can't accept this. Okay, can you accept your non-acceptance? No. Okay, can you accept the non-acceptance of your non-acceptance? No. Can you accept the non-acceptance of the non-acceptance of the non-acceptance? Yeah. Just so that you stop talking, I will say yes. Good, we are somewhere. Then now you only have to accept the non-acceptance of your non-acceptance of your non-acceptance. That's all. Because if you accept your non-acceptance, you are in acceptance. Secret. Don't tell the mind, okay? It's just between you and me. Yeah. This is a big secret. And similarly here, same thing applies here also. So if it's like, I can't let go. Can you let go of the notion that you cannot let go? No, I can't. Most certainly not. I can't let go of the notion because it's me. Who am I? The one who cannot let go is me. Can you let go of not letting go of the letting go of the not letting go? Then I am so confused, I will say yes. All right. Okay, see, this is a beginning. This is, we have to start small, baby Vedanta steps. Okay. A for Atma, B for Brahman. Like that we have to start. And then so Nirvana Paramam. Nirvanam Mokshaha. So Shantim Uparatim. Nirvana Paramam. Nirvanam Mokshaha. Tat Parama Nishtha Yasyaha Shantehe Nirvana Parama Tam Nirvana Paramam Mad Samstham Mad Adhinam Adhigacchati Prapnoti. Yeah. So moksha here is what? The shanti called moksha. So here, that's why it's permanent shanti. Temporary shanti is in between two desires, in between two thoughts. What shanti you get is temporary shanti. Permanent shanti is moksha. Not just moksha. Tat parama nishtha yasyaha shantehe sa. So that shanti which has its being, which has her being, that shanti which has its sthiti, it has its very being, nishtha, in what state, we can't even call it state. So that shanti which has its nishtha in what? Moksha. That shanti which has its roots firmly in moksha. That shanti is called Shantim Nirvana Paramam Shantim. Oh, I want that. Where is it? It's with me. Bhagavan said, Mad Adhinam, it is in my power. Wait a minute. Objection. Purva Pakshi. Why? Because you always tell us moksha is your swarupa. You have told us you don't have to get moksha. You don't have to beg for moksha. You don't have to pray for moksha. Why? Because moksha is you. Now what is Bhagavan saying? Moksha is with me, which you will get if you do X, Y, Z. Objection. Contradiction. No contradiction. Why? Because that moksha swarupa is you alone, yes. But do you know it? Do you know it? Please show me at least a few signs of life. Yeah. If you know it, you would not be here, correct? So that means what? We don't know it. And if it is not known, how is it to be known? Cognitively known. Through what? Daiva anugrahena. Through Bhagavat prasada. This moksha, the desire to study, the desire to pursue moksha, through study is what? Daivanugraha hetukam. Mumuksha Daivanugraha hetukam. Durlabham trayame vaitat Daivanugraha hetukam. And all of them start with M. Manushyatvam, Mumukshutvam, Mahapurusha Samshrayah. These three things are God given. What is God given? Human body. And of course human mind also, because body means the appropriate mind will be there. Human body and dog mind will not be there, except in our play. All right, yeah. So human body, human mind, given by who? Bhagavan. And this itself, we are much ahead on the path of moksha, or understanding oneself to be free, than all the other species in the world. Already we have got a boost in the form of this body. But you see how many people are in the ashram, and then how many people are in the ashrams. You can make plural. Ashrams that teach about moksha. And how many people are outside the ashrams. Which is more? Outside. People outside are far more. That means what? Being a human body is good luck, all right. It's not enough. There is one more anugraha. This again is Bhagavan's anugraha, based on, of course, one's karma. And what is the second gift of Bhagavan? Mumuksha or mumukshutvam. The desire to be free, to know something is wrong. Most people don't even know something is wrong. They say, yeah, this is life. Yes, it's difficult. Yes, everything is bad. Yes, don't get along with in-laws. Yes, the in-laws behave like outlaws. They will tell. And then yes, but what to do? This is our lot. This we have to do. This we have to overcome. That's why I come here. If somebody told me this is all what to do. That's why I come here, to just walk around, eat some pani puri with friends and go back. More of the same. So human body is there, the blessing of human body is there, but the blessing of seeing that something is wrong. And what is this that is wrong? What is wrong is not with the world. What is wrong is with my responses to the world, and there where I expect something to change, after employing the same methods, I expect a different result. I constantly search for the finite in the hope that it will become infinite. How will the finite become infinite? Never in an infinite number of years will the finite become infinite. This is the problem. This is not understood. This is what is called Nishchayatmika Buddhi. If everybody had this, they would not only come to the ashram, Vedanta ashram, they would not go back. They just would refuse to leave. Because this is not clear, that this problem is because I don't know myself. That part is not clear. And then whatever I pursue is finite, and it will not ultimately sustain me. It will not ultimately, it's not ultimately what I seek. That is not clear. For whom? Most of the people. So therefore, the second anugraha is what? Mumukshutvam, to know that something is not right. I need to fix this. And no matter how much I am trying to fix it, it's not getting fixed. I am getting more and more entrenched in this quicksand called samsara. What is the definition of samsara? Some sorrow or the other. That is what it is. Samsara is some sorrow. All right? This is what it is. And then what are you? Very, very sorry. Aham samsari. This is what it is. So this conclusion is wrong. How will we know? And so therefore the third anugraha, also coming from Bhagavan, is what? Mahapurusha Samshraya. The ability to find a teacher. And finding a teacher is very, very important, because you cannot intuit this knowledge. You cannot read this knowledge. You cannot study by yourself. You need a guide along the way. And then you need the guide who has studied himself, herself, from his teacher, from her teacher, all the way back to Shiva or Vishnu also. Narayanam Padmabhuvam, we trace the lineage either to Narayana or to Shiva. Doesn't matter. For us it's all Bhagavan. If anybody is very particular, no, I am a bhakta of Vishnu, I am not going to study any knowledge that has come from Shiva. Okay, Narayanam, Padmabhuvam, Vasishtam, we can give that lineage. No, I am a Shaivite, Look at me, I have more stripes of vibhuti than a zebra, and I am not going to even look at Narayana. Then what? Sadashiva Samarambham Shankaracharya Madhyama. Yes. This is what we trace it both ways, because that which is called Narayana, that which is called Shiva, both are what? Bhagavan, both are Ishvara. No difference it makes. And so then therefore here the third M is very rare. Durlabham means very rare, difficult to get. Dukkhena labhate. So dukkhena labhate iti durlabham. Trayam eva etat. These three alone are very difficult to get. What is that? Manushyatvam, mumukshutvam, mahapurusha samshrayah. This is what Viveka Chudamani right at the beginning will tell, and then not only she will tell that, she will also scold you. Labdhva kathanchit narajanma durlabham. Somehow this person get crashed into getting a human body. Yeah, put maska. Maska means how to say it in English? Yeah, buttered up Bhagavan said, oh, you are Indra, Chandra, Devendra, you are Ananta Kalyana Guna Sampannaha. Buttered up Bhagavan and somehow eked out a human body. Labdhva kathanchit naradar janma durlabham. Tatrapitvam shrutipara darshanam. You are still stuck in the first portion of the Veda, which is just wish fulfillment. Yahatu atma muktaye na yateta mudhadhihi. Mudhadhi means mudhadhihi yasya mudhadhihi. The one who is of deluded buddhi, the one who does not understand this connection and does not work for personal freedom fully, then sahi atmaha. Atmanam hanti. It is as good as committing suicide. Sahi atmaha vinihanti asadgrahat. Destroys herself, destroys himself by grahanam. Catching hold of what? Asat, anatma, mithya. If you catch hold of mithya as satyam, then there is no reason to pursue satyam. Because you are thinking what? Mithya is satyam, then there is no satyam other than that for you. So if you keep on catching hold of mithya, and mithya keeps on self-destructing every day, then a part of you dies with each beloved thing that leaves you, that also dies. So you are dying 100 deaths, and in the search of the infinite, all the time catching hold of what? The finite. So here, that is what is being talked about. This is what is Bhagavat Anugraha. So mat samstham adhigacchati. That which this anugraha which is with me in the form of anugraha, etc., that person who sees themselves as non-separate from me, subduing the mind and keeping the desires under restraint, all these things, gets that peace, gets moksha, indirectly gets moksha. Through study you get moksha, not otherwise. So gets moksha by preparing the mind for study. And then Idanim yoginah aharadi niyamah uchyate. So now back to continuation of Bahiranga sadhana. Idanim, now yoginah, for the yogi, the rules regarding food, etc., are going to be talked about. Natyashnatastu yogosti na chaikantamanashnatah na jati swapnashilasya jagrato naiva charjuna. Natyashnatastu yogosti na chaikantamanashnatah na jati swapnashilasya jagrato naiva charjuna. It is said that the Buddha first was met with some gurus or guru bhais who were sitting and starving themselves. So he too thought that is the way, stopped eating completely. And then if you look in certain avatars of the Buddha, all the ribs are coming out. You have seen that? Yeah, all the ribs are coming out. Why? Because he thought, because all the other people were also sitting and not eating anything at all, hardly anything they were subsisting on, he thought this was the way to moksha, to yoga, to shanti. And then nothing came. And then what? Then he founded what? The eightfold path of moderation. And same moderation is, this is where probably he got it from. So this same kind of moderation is being talked about here. Na ati ashnataha tu, because or whereas, tu na ati ashnataha. Ashnataha, the eating one, for the one who is eating, for the one who eats. Who eats what? Ati. Ati means too much. So everything, whatever is there, you eat. Like that person who went to the doctor with knee pain. Lady had knee pain. And the doctor said, you can stand to lose some weight. Don't go for operation and all, because this can be managed. You can stand to lose, some kilos. So you go on a diet. And she said, I don't know how to diet, doctor. You please tell me how to do this, because I don't know. And so the doctor said, okay, no problem. I'll help you out. No problem at all. So morning you have a cup of tea and eat something. Just a slice of bread or toast or something like that. Dry toast. Don't put butter. Dry toast you eat. And then lunch you have 2 chapatis and just 100 grams of cooked rice and sabji, dal, whatever you have. And then evening you can have some puffed rice, plain, without any butter, ghee on it. You can have just a handful of puffed rice to just eat with your tea or coffee, whatever you have in the afternoon. And at night again you just have your 2 chapatis, rice and dal, little bit. You can skip the rice at night. You have 2 chapatis and dal and sabji. And then, she wrote everything down. She was a very good student. Wrote everything down and said, Doctor, I have a small doubt. Yes, please tell, do I eat all of this with my breakfast or with my lunch or with my dinner? So, this is what? Ati ashnataha. This is who? The one who eats too much. Always looking to see where can I find something to eat. And then instead of meditation, what will come? Food thought will come. Yes. So, what is that? All the time thinking of food, thinking of either cooking food or eating food or going in search of food. And so, yoga, you can kiss yoga goodbye. What kind of yoga here? Dhyana yoga. Meditation, instead of Lord Shiva, what will come? Food will come. All kinds of kebabs, vegetarian of course. Yeah, all kinds of kebabs, and instead of karma phala, korma will come. So like that, korma, kebab, all these things one is thinking of. So then, ati ashnataha, ekantam ati ashnataha, anashnataha or ati ashnataha yogaha nasti. Ati ashnataha means for the one who eats too much, no yoga. Nacha ekantam anashnataha, the person is sadly anorexic and says, oh, everybody says I have to fast, and so I will fast, keeps on fasting. Some fasting or the other. There are people like this. I have met them. So how are you doing? I'm doing a juice cleanse 1 week, okay? All right. How long is this? 21 days juice cleanse. All right, fine. And after 21 days, do they start eating normally? No. Then after that, there is a colon cleanse. All right, there are some other things that they have to just become a cow basically. Graze in the front yard for lunch and graze at the backyard for dinner. That is what they do. All right, and then they don't eat for hours together. something they are just sipping warm water. That is all these naturopathy things. See, water is free, all right? Yeah, you can have it sitting in your home also. But you go and check into a naturopathy clinic and they fast you and they charge you to fast you. All right? Yeah. So in other places at least they give you food and charge you for that. Here they charge you to make you not eat. All right? And then you come back and eat with a vengeance. You eat triple of what you ate. Why? Because you are starved. 15 days you have not even seen food. And then when people come into your room as you are checking out, they start to look like all kinds of food items. Yes, this one looks like a salad. Oh, so fresh here. Let me just eat the person themselves. So, and this person looks like a chocolate cake. Like that it starts to happen. So, if you are not eating, what will come? Only thoughts of food will come. And this was already demonstrated in the 6th chapter of the Chandogya Upanishad, where Shvetaketu is told to fast for 10 days, water fast, and then chant Samaveda. He couldn't even do ha, oo, ha, oo, ha, oo. He couldn't even bring out that much. He couldn't even bring out that much sound. Why? Because he was so weak. He said, what is Sama? Whole life he has studied Samaveda. He didn't even know how to spell Samaveda because he was so hungry, it affected the mind. So you must not have any, in short, no practices that affect the mind either by too much or too little should be engaged in. And then that's the first line. Second line, nacha atiswapnashilasya. Atiswapnashilaha means Swapnashilaha is not dreamer, sleeper. Yeah, Swapnashilaha, not dreamer. What is this person? Sleeper. Yes. There was one friend of Pujya Swamiji, another Swami was there. He had only one Shishya that took care of him. And then this Swami was elderly and then had knee pain, joint pain, and Rishikesh used to be even more colder in those days, in the 60s. And this Swami would be seen carrying a stick and then going from here, from the banks of this area where all the cottages of the people were, going all the way. Where? To Kali Kamli Wala. Do you know where that is? Yeah, on the main road. Going to Kali Kamli Wala with 2 bhiksha buckets in hand and bringing one for himself and one for his student. Usually who brings who food? But why is the student not bringing food? Is he sick? No, he is Swapnashilaha, Atiswapnashilaha. And then Pujya Swamiji gently said, shouldn't he be bringing you food? He said, no, he is sleeping. Whenever you ask, where is the brahmachari? He is sleeping. He is sleeping. He is sleeping. And then Pujya Swamiji said, why don't you just wake him up, shake him and wake him? And he said, no, he has been blessed with sleep because of his prarabdha, his good luck. Why should I come in the way? And he says, no, I won't wake up a sleeping brahmachari. That's why even in the classes, when people sleep, I don't wake them up. More we'll see when? Thursday. Thursday will be our last class. All right? Last Bhagavad Gita class. Yeah, so, and then we will finish this one verse, I think. How many verses have we done? 15. 16. Yeah. 15? Or 16? 16. 16 verses. Not bad. How many verses total? 42. Okay, not bad. Yeah. Finished 1/3. Not bad at all. All right. Om Purnamadav Purnamidham Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate Om Shanti Shanti Shantihi Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om. So we are doing the whole run